So welcome to mini lecture 1B, where we'll dive into professionalism in the clinical laboratory. Again, this isn't just a soft skill. It's a foundational concept that has real legal and ethical implications for every histotechnologist. We're going to explore what professionalism truly means in our field and why it's so critical. Understanding this will shape how you approach your work every day. This topic sets the stage for everything else we'll discuss in laboratory management. Professionalism isn't something you're born with. It's a set of behaviors you can learn, practice, and even evaluate. We're talking about tangible actions like demonstrating integrity, showing empathy, and maintaining respect. These aren't fixed personality traits. They're observable skills. As future leaders, you'll need to coach and assess these specific behaviors in your teams. This is a shift from just knowing what professionalism is to actively cultivating it. Now let's look at how our profession gained formal recognition for this level of practice. In 1995, the National Labor Relations Board formally recognized medical laboratory scientists as an essential professional career. This wasn't a given, it was a hard-won designation based on our advanced training, education, and professional certification. You're probably wondering why I'm talking about MLS. Histotechnology was and still is in many areas considered part of medical laboratory science. Um, so this legal recognition underscores the critical role laboratory professionals play in healthcare. It means our field meets rigorous criteria, solidifying our standing. This formal recognition highlights why these professional behaviors are so important and how they contribute to our credibility. So what exactly are these behaviors we're talking about? We can actually evaluate these professional behaviors, not just assume them. Think about things like time management, how you handle your workload, your attitude, and your integrity. These are all measurable acts of professionalism. We also consider empathy, appearance, communication, compliance with policy, self-confidence, and self-motivation. These aren't abstract ideas. They're concrete actions that contribute to a professional environment. These are the very behaviors you'll be expected to embody and eventually to foster in others. And these behaviors tie directly into a formal commitment we make as professionals. The American Society of Clinical Laboratory Science, or ASCLS, pledge represents a formal commitment to our patients, our profession, and the public. It means placing the patient's welfare above our own, ensuring safe and effective care, and maintaining dignity for our profession. This pledge also means complying with laws that protect patients from incompetent or illegal practices. It's a guiding principle for every action we take in the lab. This commitment isn't just a nice idea, it's a framework for ethical and responsible practice. When we talk about professionalism, we're really talking about competency. Your evaluations of staff must be rooted in observable behaviors, not personal feelings. You see, professionalism is assessed through direct or indirect observation in the clinical setting. Rubrics and structured evaluations are your best tools here. They ensure consistency and set clear expectations for everyone. Without them, you risk bias and unfair assessments. Your job as a manager is to evaluate specific, observable behaviors, not personalities. This objective approach ensures fairness and maintains high standards for everyone. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about three critical terms you'll encounter throughout your career: accreditation, certification, and licensure. These terms are often confused, but they mean very different things, and the exam will definitely test your understanding of each. Accreditation evaluates a program. Certification assesses an individual. And licensure is a legal requirement set by the state. It's crucial to understand these distinctions as each plays a unique role in ensuring quality and competency in our field. We'll break down each of these in more detail, starting with accreditation. Accreditation focuses on the program itself, not the individual. It ensures your educational program is trustworthy and meets national standards. This process involves an unbiased third party evaluating a college, university, or specific program of study, like our histotechnology program. For medical laboratory science programs, this is typically handled by NACLS, N-A-A-C-L-S. It's a stamp of approval for the institution, confirming that it provides a quality education. Remember, accreditation applies to the program, not to you as an individual. Next, we'll discuss what applies directly to you, which is certification. Certification is your individual achievement, earned by passing a national exam. This is a personal credential that demonstrates your competency in the field. The most common certifying body you'll encounter is the ASCP Board of Certification, or ASCP-BOC. There are different pathways depending on your specific discipline, like HT or HTL. This certification says something specific about you, proving you meet national standards of practice. It's a significant milestone in your professional journey. Now, let's look at how some states take this a step further with licensure. Licensure is a legal requirement, but it's important to remember that it's only mandated in some states. This credential is required by state law for you to practice in those specific locations. Currently, about 10 U.S. states and properties require licensure. California is not one of those, okay? In most cases, if you hold an ASCP-BOC certification, it's recognized through reciprocity, meaning you typically won't need to take a separate exam for state licensure. It's a state-specific legal hurdle distinct from your national certification. I know that West Virginia, where I came from, is one of those states. New York is also another one. Florida is another one. So if you're thinking about working in these areas, you would have to apply for a different state licensure. Again, it usually does not require a separate exam or anything. They just want to make sure that you're qualified. And usually, if you've passed the ASCP exam, that usually qualifies. Okay, so next we'll put all three of these concepts into a table for easy comparison. This table is incredibly important, and I want you to know it's cold. It's a common exam question, and understanding these distinctions is fundamental to your professional identity. Remember, licensure is a legal requirement, but it only applies in some states, unlike certification, which is widely expected for practice. Accreditation applies to programs, ensuring they meet educational standards, while certification and licensure apply to the individuals. This distinction between what applies to you as an individual versus your educational program is key. You'll see questions on the BOC exam that test your understanding of these different terms and their governing bodies. So commit this table to memory. It will serve you well. Now let's look at how we prepare for collaboration across these different healthcare professionals. Interprofessional education, or IPE, is all about preparing healthcare professionals to collaborate effectively across disciplines. It's built on the understanding that patient care is a team sport, involving many different specialists. You, as a laboratory professional, are a vital part of that team, not just a supporting player. IPE is gaining a lot of emphasis in healthcare education because it directly improves patient outcomes. We're moving away from siloed care and towards integrated team-based approaches. This concept directly connects to the previous slide's discussion of professional standards, as effective collaboration is a hallmark of professionalism. But despite this, there's a common misconception about the lab's role, which we need to address. There's a persistent misconception that the laboratory operates behind the scenes, separate from direct patient care. But the reality is, the lab is absolutely central to patient care. Many people view patient care as a simple loop between the patient, doctor, and nurse, but it's far more complex than that. It's an integrated network that includes the lab, pharmacy, radiology, and medical records. In fact, over 70% of clinical decisions are directly influenced by laboratory tests. You are not peripheral to the care team. You are an essential part of it. This understanding is crucial for your professional identity and for advocating for your role, which we'll discuss next. Building on the idea that the lab is central to patient care, it's vital that laboratorians are at the table during patient care discussions. When we're included, we see a significant reduction in unnecessary testing and a clear improvement in diagnostic accuracy. Laboratory professionals bring deep expertise in knowing which tests are appropriate and how to interpret the results correctly. Advocating for your seat at that table isn't just a good idea. It's a core professional and managerial responsibility. This is where interprofessional education, or IPE, really comes into play, providing the framework for this essential collaboration. This proactive involvement is a key aspect of professionalism, and it's something professional organizations actively support. Professional organizations are crucial for representing, educating, and advocating for laboratory professionals like yourselves. Groups like ASCLS, the National Organization for Lab Professionals, often offer free or reduced student memberships, which I highly recommend. ASCP, through its Board of Certification, is probably familiar to you already, but they also provide professional development. AMT is another important certifying body. And then there's IFBLS, which gives us a global voice. Don't forget the specialty organizations either, like ADLM for chemistry or ASM for microbiology. These organizations are vital for staying current, networking, and ensuring our profession continues to advance. They're a key part of your profession and development, and we'll talk more about the benefits of membership next. Beyond just listing an organization on your resume, professional membership offers tangible benefits that support your career growth and the profession as a whole. We're talking about opportunities that directly impact your ability to stay current and connected. For instance, continuing education is essential for maintaining your BOC certification, and these organizations provide those vital opportunities. You also gain access to peer-reviewed journals and newsletters, keeping you informed about the latest research and industry updates. And it's not just about individual benefits. These organizations engage in legislative advocacy, representing your interests on policy issues that directly affect our profession. They also offer scholarships and awards, providing financial support and professional recognition at every stage of your career. But perhaps the most valuable benefit is the networking and relationships you build. These connections can last a lifetime and truly define your career trajectory. So while professional organizations advocate for us, they also offer a wealth of resources that extend far beyond a simple line on your resume. This content isn't just theoretical. It directly maps to your first quiz and discussion. Understanding these concepts is crucial for your immediate success in this course and for your long-term professional development. Specifically, Quiz 1 and Discussion 1 will cover key topics like observable professional behaviors, the distinctions between accreditation, certification, and licensure, and the laboratory's vital role in patient care through interprofessional education. We'll also delve into the functions of professional organizations, which we just discussed. This systematic approach ensures you're building a strong foundation, not just for this course, but for the BOC HTL exam. So make sure you review these areas thoroughly as you prepare for your first assessments. Next we're going to shift our focus to a critical area, the bioethics in the laboratory. This isn't just an abstract concept, it's where principles meet practice in your daily work. Our next mini lecture will open with a real ethical dilemma from your textbook, grounding these principles in a practical scenario. We'll then introduce the 4 dominant ethical principles that guide decision-making in healthcare. This discussion will connect directly to your first discussion, giving you a framework to analyze and respond to ethical challenges. So prepare to engage with some thought-provoking material as we explore the ethical landscapes of the laboratory.